Garrett from Garrett's Guitar Lessons here, and here's another installment of my static chord movements. This one's going to be focused on just minor chords, and the main concept of this is going to be minor, minor major 7, minor 7, and then the last chord will either go to a minor 6 or to a minor major 7, or a minor chord with kind of this moving fifth. So it's going to go up from normal 5 to a sharp 5 to a 6 to a minor 7th. All right, and I'm going to be going through examples today on the sixth chord, from the 6th string root note and the 5th string, kind of our bar chords, so you can move it to whatever chord and whatever key you want. So my first example is going to be in A minor off of the 6th string. So here's my A minor bar chord on the 6th string, so my first finger's on the 5th fret, 6th string. And instead of working with the whole chord, it's going to be a little bit easier if we just take the upper half of it. So this is going to be with my 3rd finger on the 7th fret, 4th string. My first finger is going to be barred on the 5th fret on both the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. And it's going to go something like this. Okay, so what's happening here is that I'm having this kind of inner chord movement right here. So it's going to go from a minor bar chord, kind of just like I said, just the bottom 4 strings of my minor bar chord. I'm going to go to the minor major 7. Now this one looks kind of goofy, but essentially what it is it's an A minor chord, so an A, C, E, with a major 7 on top, which is going to be a G sharp. Now in our case, we're going to be placing that major 7 on the bottom of the chord. So here's my A, and then here's going to be my A minor with a major 7 in it. I'm going to go to my minor 7, so I just flat that 7. And then to a minor 6, which is just back 1 fret right there. Now how I'm fingering these chords is going to be with my A minor, just like how I explained just a second ago. Now for the minor major 7, I'm going to be placing my 2nd finger on the 6th fret on this 4th string, so just back 1 fret. And my first finger is going to stay exactly where it is, barred on the 5th fret, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. Now for my minor 7, all I'm going to do is just place my first finger on the 5th fret on all 3 of those strings before, but also the 4th string, so now 4th through 1st. And then for my minor 6, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace my first finger bar with my 2nd finger bar on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string, and then place my first finger on the 4th fret right there. On the 4th fret on the 4th string. So that 4th string kind of keeps moving back 1 fret at a time. So here's minor, minor major 7, minor 7, minor 6. Now another thing that we could do there is to kind of walk back up to the minor chord, I can go minor, minor major 7, minor 7, minor major 7 again. And that kind of brings it to this kind of movement right there. Used in all sorts of different kinds of songs and whatnot, and that's kind of where it's coming from. Now, to do the same thing on our 5th string bar chord, I'm going to go with D minor. So my first finger is going to be on the 5th fret on the 5th string, minor bar chord. And then I'm going to, I want the same sort of movement. I want to take that root. Now this one we are going to be playing with the whole chord, and we're going to have a kind of an uncomfortable bend to our 2nd finger here, but it will get easier the more you get used to it. And I'm going to go my normal minor chord, and then my 2nd finger is going to bar on the 6th fret on the 3rd string and on the 2nd string. I'm going to go to a minor 7, so it's just like my minor bar chord, but without my pinky right there. So my that 3rd string has my 5th fret where my first finger is barred. And then for the minor 6, I'm going to reposition all my fingers and mainly focus on getting the D note, the root of the chord, the minor 3rd, or that F note, which we find in the 2nd string. So my 2nd finger is on the root note, the 5th fret, 5th string. My pinky is on that minor 3rd, which is the 2nd string, 6th fret, and my first finger is going to be on the 4th fret on the 3rd string. All right, so I have my minor chord, my minor major 7, my D minor 7, and then my D minor 6 right there. All right, now again, another kind of option that we have is to go from my D minor to my D minor minor with the major 7, D minor 7, and then back to the major 7 again. All right, cool. So here those both are. Now something else we could do to a static minor chord is going to be adding some kind of raising or decreasing our 5 to our 7th note. Okay, so the idea here is that we're going to work in half steps from either our 5th up to our minor 7th, or from our minor 7th back down to our 5th. So in for my first example, from the 6th string, again I'm using this kind of miniature shape so that way I kind of frees up more fingers to add some of these extra notes in. I'm going to be working for my 5th note all the way up to my minor 7th. So my 5th note in A, I have A, C, E. It's going to be an E note, so I'm looking for any E. And so in this position, I find it on the 2nd string, 5th fret, kind of like where we tune from, right? So there's that note. Now I'm going to be working 1 half step up. So now my 2nd finger is going to be going on the 2nd string, 6th fret. There's my A minor with a sharp 5. Then I have my A minor 6. So this is going to be with my pinky on the 7th fret on the 2nd string. Then my pinky is going to move up 1 more to that 8th fret on the 2nd string, which is going to give me my A minor 7. All right, so I can kind of work ascend that way. Or I can descend that way as well. So starting from my minor 7, my pinky on the 8th fret 2nd string, back down to my 7th fret on the 2nd string, 6th fret, and then just kind of my normal minor chord right there. Now I'm stopping at the 6th string, but you can play also the whole chord right there as well. So just a nice way to kind of add some movement to my A minor chord without having to actually change chords or you know, kind of change the root note at all. Just kind of playing within that minor chord right there. I'm sure you know that might sound a little familiar as well. Now to find the same thing on the 6th string, or from the 5th string, I'm going to go to my D minor bar chord on the 5th fret on the 5th string. There's my D minor, right? Now I'm looking for my 5th of D, which is A. I'm going to find that on the 1st string. There we go. Now with this one, I'm going to kind of, just like before, kind of rearrange some or kind of skip a couple strings right there to ensure that we're getting the part that's moving is the most important part. So I'm going to start out with that one, just my normal 5th string bar chord. Bar my 2nd finger again for that sharp 5. Okay, so now I'm skipping my 5th string or my 4th string and just going 5th fret on the 5th string to my 3rd finger on the 7th fret 3rd string. My 2nd finger is barring on the 6th fret on both the 1st and 2nd string. Now I'm going to be adding my pinky on the 7th fret for that minor 6 and move my pinky up 1 more for that minor 7. Okay, so there's my minor chord, bar that 2nd, and my pinky on the 7th fret, and then there's my 8th fret on the 1st string right there. And I can also descend that as well. Minor 7, minor 6, minor with the sharp 5, and then just a minor chord right there. So there's some static chord movements that we could do over long stretches of minor chords. Again, that minor to minor major 7, and that 5th to 7th, or that 7th to 5th movement as well. And since we tied them to bar chords, it should be easy enough to move them down to G minor or C minor. If you like this video, be sure to check out GarrettsGuitarLessons.com for more free lessons and resources. Like, subscribe, and share, and leave me some comments in the comment section below. Thank you so much.